So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video, and it is time. I'll tell you right now, folks, sit down, get a bevy, enjoy yourself, because we're going to be going over Master League here, and the future of what I want to do, because we've done the Everton playthrough, as you know. We played 4 seasons. I think a lot of you guys enjoyed that more than the Real Sociedad one we did, which is still good fun. We won a couple of trophies and all. But I kind of want to stop changing teams. And I know some people like to see different teams all the time, but I really, and I know a lot of people have mentioned this in the past, kind of do a road to glory. But I have a few ideas that I wanted to run by you guys. First of all, I do want to use the Virtua Red patch, because this thing is stacked, right? There's a lot of stuff here. You've got all the faces and the mini faces. Obviously, the entrances and trophies. You've got the substitution boards and scoreboards. I mean, we have a lot of this already in the game that we have. Copa America. But there's a lot of content. There's an obscene amount of stadiums, and we don't have to install all of them. But they are there. And we already have some of the best ones done by Jeremiah. So I won't replace those. But we can add a lot more. Also, we have the ability to use this with it. It's called the POG Champions Ultimate Master League mod, which is compatible with Virtua Red. And what this basically does is, they've updated formations and lineups for all the top 5 teams. They've got the transfers and loans and stuff. There's Marlon, obviously, at Dortmund. They've added B team, U19 and U23 players to their main teams as well. They've created players missing from the game, which is always nice. And something a lot of you wanted to return, the youth system. He also has a proper youth system with actual real youth players. So these names are not made up. You can actually try and use some of these players, which is the main purpose of it. And then there's just some more information. So having all this, I feel, would add a little bit more freshness. That's what we're looking for in Master League. But this is the idea that I have and wanted to run by you guys. I want to do this. I want to use a team that's going to start off in the 2nd division. Okay, so we can either pick the Sky Bet, which I probably am more favored to do this in England. I think a lot of you prefer watching the EPL. That's just my personal preference, but it's obviously different for everyone. So we start in the Sky Bet. We could start in the Serie B or La Liga 2. Those are really the only 3 we can do because, I know the French League, but don't really want to worry too much about that. So we start in the 2nd division, all right, with one of the leagues that have 2 divisions. And this is the way I want to do this, kind of like what EA are doing, actually, which I'm kind of copying and pasting. But with the luxury of Cider, with the luxury of having all the capabilities on PC, we pick a low team. So say we pick Sheffield Wednesday, for instance, right? We have their team, we have their lineup, we have the transfer budget. But we are going to start with a really, really low capacity stadium. Okay, so maybe you only have a few thousand, 5,000. And that's where the luxury comes in, folks, of having all the stadiums from Virtua Red. We can use a really low capacity stadium because we're starting off fresh for the first season. So say we only have 5,000 people there. To go in hand with that, we're going to have a very bland kit. Okay, our kit will not have a sponsor. We're going to have to earn that. Okay, so we do a season. Say if we have an objective of finishing maybe top 10, right? If we finish in the top 10, then we get a certain amount of like XP. Now the XP, it won't be in game. This is all sort of done through, I'm doing this myself. But we'll have a different list of stadiums, and if we cross a certain mark with that level of XP, we can move to that stadium. So say the first year we have, like I said, 5,000 people there in a poor stadium. We finish 10th. We get 1,000 XP, and with that 1,000 XP, we can now go to a new stadium that maybe holds now 10,000. And then maybe in next season, if we get even more XP, now we can get to a 20,000 stadium. Then the next season, we're up to a 50,000. And there's a bit of progression. And then to go along with that, the XP that we get, we can then use to start adding branding to the shirt. So maybe we get sponsored by, maybe not Adidas or Nike, someone too big, but I don't know, Hummels, or what is it, Hummels? Is it Hummels? Or who else we got? Diadora, someone like that. So then the first season, we're going to have a very boring kit. But by the time you see us in the 2nd season, maybe now, like I said, we've got Diadora, some branding going across the chest. Maybe Luigi's got his own Italian restaurant. that's an option. And basically, folks, the purpose of this sort of road to glory is we just see some progression. And that's what I want to see. Not only will we start winning trophies, but we're going to be playing in a bigger stadium with proper nice kits that will start off crappy, but they'll get much better. And there's just elements to that I think we can start adding, because PES is all about customization. And I think this is the best way for me to do my own kind of unique series that no one else is really doing. But you can use those customization options that we have on PES. And there is a lot of them. So let me know what you think about that. I wanted to run it by you guys if you think it's a good idea. Now, this is probably not going to be for the people that want to see me winning non-stop straight away. I'm going to be playing with a very poor team. I am going to struggle. We will play on Superstar. And I think this way you guys will see the frustrations that I have, but there'll be some tough matches. I think we can get through the seasons respectively fast. And kind of go from there. So let me know what leagues you guys would like. If you think this is a good idea, you know, put a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. If you don't like the idea, fine, we can try and think of something else. But I really don't see anything else worth doing. I just want to do a really low-rated team, try and get them into the Premier League, win some trophies. Champions League will be an absolute mission. But as well as that, getting new stadiums, new kits, it keeps things fresh. Maybe new boots, I don't know. We'll mix it up. Now, Luigi Jr., though, that's going to be the main thing. I think we maybe drop Luigi Jr. for this playthrough. Maybe he comes back next season for the new Master League with eFootball. I don't know. But I think for the time being, we will drop Luigi Jr. and we'll just do a playthrough with, you know, the players that we have in the team. So, there's your homework, folks. Let me know what you think of that idea. I know there's a lot of talking, but I wanted to get my idea out. So basically, that's it in a nutshell. We start off with a poor stadium, a really poor kit, maybe a few other things. Let me know in the comments if you have ideas. If you have ideas about this, absolutely go for it, folks. Put them in the comments. And if I see something I like, bang, we'll whack it into the playthrough. But yeah, we're going to get sort of XP for how well we do. In fact, that's a good point. I could come up with an XP chart and say we score 4 goals in a match, we get a bonus XP. I don't know. I feel like doing a little tally. And on the side of the video, you can see my XP meter. I know this is going to take a lot of work for me to do, but if you guys really enjoy it, and I think this has the potential of doing quite well, I think it could be good fun. And seeing as Konami aren't doing a whole lot with Master League, I'll do it myself. So there we go. Right. Let me know your thoughts below again. Which league you like me to play, maybe which team, any ideas you have, and we can kind of go from there. All right. Have you had fantastic? I always do that. My mouth kind of goes one way, and then I just go. So anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend. Subscribe for more. We'll be back next week and we'll hopefully get this going. But first of all, we need to sort out what we're going to do. So that's the plan. All right, till next time. Subscribe for more and take care.